All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers. And peace and blessing and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds. All right, in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners, whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. Shalom to you, you brothers on the comment board, you sisters tuning in. Lord will you edified. Shalom, you know, priest out of Memphis, Shalom, bro. Tapping in. So what I want to get into, all right, today, you know, is going into being dead to this world and alive in Yahawashi. And that's a continual process, throughout our walk in this ministry, is that we're becoming more and more, numb to this society, to where pretty much nothing phases us, all right, that's outside of the truth, man. Because when we first come in, you know, transitioning from the world to the truth, we're pretty much Yahweh starts to free us up, from these entanglements of the world to where we're not emotionally attached to these things. Now physically we gotta be there, you gotta be at the job, you got your family that you deal with, and you got, particular things, that you're obligated to outside the truth, to maintain, your daily obligations, you know, and to get to the point to where we become completely dead to particular things, because we're becoming alive in Yahushua. And the more, we become alive in Yahushua, the things of this age, all right, don't even matter, because we understand that at any moment, there can be a switch. Okay, they can turn this whole grid off, and the things that could, occupy our minds, have us to worry and, to be overly concerned about, they're going to instantly not matter, you know. So as we grow, and mature in this thing and become alive in Yahushua, okay, the less, all right, that these things have an effect on us, man. And I want to get this here because this is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 1. It says, if you then be risen with Hamashiach, seek those things which are above, where Yahweh Shai sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. And it said that you be risen with Yahweh Shai, because the elect, okay, the hopeful elect, they was born, with faith. Okay, they was born with the fear of the Lord and understanding, and it had to be drawn out, it had to be activated. Okay, so as we begin to hear this word, to hear this teaching, which the voice of Yahweh is the prophets, so when we begin to hear the teachings of Yahweh, all right, that activated Yahweh that was in us. Okay, so that brought Yahweh to life in us, man. To now, it's to the point to where we're consumed with Yahweh. All right, and Yahweh spoke on that. Matter of fact, let's get that in St. John chapter 5, okay, verse um, verse 24. It says, St. John 5 and 24, it says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him, okay, and believe it on him that sent me, have everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death to life. So it begins with the hearing of this word, because scripture spoke about how, how can they have faith if it wasn't for a preacher, which a preacher goes into a prophet as well, okay, means to speak before, all right. So on hearing this word, okay, he activated, all right, the Yahweh Shai that's within us, and we began to be animated in the truth, man. We became active in our true purpose. Okay? And the more that we're in this thing, as John the Baptist said, he must increase, which is Yahawashi. Okay? And I must decrease, speaking of ourselves, you know? So the longer we're in this thing, man, and the more we grow in Yahawashi, our life starts to be geared towards the things, okay, the agenda of Yahawashi. Because when we first came in, all our life was centered around, our own ambitions, our own agendas. We was concerned about, particular things, and now, like I say, we grow in Yahawashi, the things that used to mean a lot to us have become petty, you know, even, certain, um, certain pastime, you know, I know I was heavy into sports, which I still dibble dabble in it, but nowhere near like I was, I was heavy into music, okay, because I say I still do and dabble in those things, but nowhere near like I was, because now my life is more geared towards the agenda of Yahweh, okay, because pretty much we got to move as servants of a king, and when you're a servant of a king, your life is geared towards the interests of your king, you know, because it's when you go into the relationship between the king and his servants, well, it's a two-way street, because the servants, will be, always available and accessible for the king, all right, for the interests of the king, and the king's decision making will be in the interest for the people. Okay, Yahweh Shai, you know, taking their death, first coming, and living perfectly, which he dedicated his whole life to us. When he came to be that sacrifice, he dedicated his whole life to us. That's why he didn't have a woman. Okay, he didn't deal with children. He didn't deal, with the family thing. He didn't deal with the politics of Rome or trying to be popular in Rome. He didn't get entangled in those things. He pretty much sacrificed, their whole lifetime, all right, for his people, man, beginning with the elect. And that's why you can see why your house Shai would be offended. It'd be like, you can't separate, you can't uh, be dedicated to 10 minutes a day or doing a video for him, 20 minutes a day of doing something for him. And when he lived his whole life for us, okay, Rome was popping. He had spiritual power like Yahweh Shai. Could have, he could have did his thing. He could have been on, He could have had wives and, he could have did his thing in Rome, but nah, all right? He made a decision, okay, that would benefit his people, okay, which he didn't want to jeopardize, him being that perfect lamb, to be sacrificed, okay. So he dedicated his whole living, his whole time on earth, all right, dedicated to that mission, man. So we'll all be good at the end, okay. Matter of fact, let me get that, okay. Yeah, we're gonna get into that for sure, brother. Read down on that. you know so as we start to understand his sacrifice more, that should provoke us, to constantly be dead to more stuff of this world so we can be alive in Yahweh Shai, because it's a sacrifice, man. To gain Yahweh Shai, you gotta sacrifice something gotta go. you know hey, you gotta uh, 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 you know you gotta cut down on video games to get more of your house shot. You gotta cut down on Netflix and chill to get more of your house shot. You gotta cut down on being at the bars so much to get your house shot. It's a sacrifice. You gotta give something. We gotta give something, man. And every brother, got their own portion. Every brother, got their own, move in a certain way for them to be balanced, man. you know. But there's no getting around sacrificing something to get Yahawashai, to be alive in Yahawashai, you know, to be more alive in Yahawashai, we have to be more dead to this world. And that's how it go, you know? Because um let's get this. Uh this is Hebrews 12 and 2. Matter of fact, I started at 1. Hebrews 12 and 1, it says, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, okay, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, man. You know, so our mindset now is to be travel light. You know, like we should have a travel light mindset, man. You know, and my thing now, I cherish time way more than money. You know, because you know I'm uh, uh by nature, you know, a brother, you know, that got a lot of drive and ambition, you know, and I make a move, but what I'm seeing now is the more you try to achieve in this society, the more entangled you get into Esau BS, you know. So my mindset now is to try to minimize on my lifestyle. That way I'm not obligated to so much. Because the more we obligated to in this society and worldly things, the more of our energy we have to give into this world. See, Esau got it set up, and that's why you have people that work themselves to death and work 2 or 3 jobs, and always trying to scheme, on how to get rich, or get something started. Which like I say, if something fall in your lap, and you're able to, make a money move, it's all good, you know. But everything is a give and take, all right? And the higher up you move in this society, because I've been on a job, where you working supervisor and work your way up to management, and the more that you move up in this society, the more of you they want, you know, and the more wants that you have in the society, the more of your energy and time you're gonna have to give to Esau to provide those wants, you know. But as the apostles been saying, you know, like shit, it's better to live a relatively boring life right now, and be more available for Yahweh Shai. Because we're gonna have an eternity. Like this, and going back to it, man, when we really believe, in the promises, when we go into the promises, man, when we really believe in those things, then we know we got eternity to kick it how we want to kick it, man. All right? Missing a weekend at the bar ain't no big deal. Okay? Missing, you know, your auntie, 60th birthday party ain't no big deal. When you understand we're finna inherit eternity, man. You gotta really, because when the scriptures speak about in Second Ezra, the Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 40, about 42 on down to 46, and it spoke about, these are they that stood stiffly for the name. They have put on, all right, they have put off the mortal and put on the immortal, Well, before we actually shed this mortal body and put on the immortal body, we have to put off this mortal way of thinking and put on the immortal way of thinking, man. Okay? And when we start to think like an immortal, it's a lot of stuff that don't even register anymore, man. Like things that mean everything to other people, they don't even register no more. Because it ain't just being an asshole, it's just business. you know, it's just business, man. Okay, and the Lord, all right, Yahweh Shema Shai is really changing the way we think, our perception. As the scriptures speak about all things becoming new, and as we start to think like, immortals, we don't think about these little moments in this life, all right, they don't have a bunch of value, okay? Because we can use these little moments in this life to invest in the life to come, okay? Which is going to be eternal, all right? And Yahawashi had that mindset. Hebrews 12:2 says, looking unto Yahawashi, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High. So Yahawashi, all right, he understood. That's why he didn't put a lot of stock, okay, into his own personal interest, okay, in that life. It was all about laying the foundation, okay, and being that sacrifice, all right, for sin for his people, okay. And he knew that that will put him in the position to come back and deliver the elect, beginning with those first fruits. He knew that he would be able to send down the comforter, okay, and the Holy Spirit. He will be able to loose the seals, of this understanding. So his brethren will have a path back to the glory, okay? So he's already at the right hand. He's at his position of honor and glory in the heavens, okay? And he's going to come claim his position in the earth when he come back, all right? And when he comes back, matter of fact, let's go back to Colossians. And when he comes back, man, we, all right, want to be those joint heirs, man. So when we start to think in that mind frame, it's like, okay, the shit of this society, first off, everybody fake as hell, okay? Everybody got an agenda, pretty much, okay? Everything in this place is losing value. Everyone is losing value, okay? And as the scriptures say, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought we to be? Okay? So there should be nothing, all right, that we're, entangled in, of this society, you know? And it's a practice, because it's easy to get caught up in certain things. It's easy to, get caught up in the pettiness of this society, because then as men, there's certain things that just out of our control, that we really, you try to get the grasp of it, you try to wrestle with it, but then it's like, you know, yeah, it is what it is, man. Certain things that you would usually speak on, you find yourself like, man, you catch yourself mid, right before you say something, you be like, man, what, what's gonna be the end result of this? Like it don't even, because at this point, man, if it don't obtain the salvation, man, it really, shouldn't draw much reaction, And like I said, every brother's circumstance ain't uniform, so, brothers got to judge it in the spirit according to their circumstance, So, um, let's go here to the book of Colossians, back in Colossians, because we're going to go into it, all right? This is the book of Colossians, chapter 3, all right, verse 2. It says, set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth, man. So now we really thirst, for a righteous kingdom, because that's why really Esau is not going to have a leverage on the hopeful elect, because we don't desire nothing of his kingdom anymore. We don't, because the things that we used to idolize and worship and chase after, we don't have that desire, all right, for those things. We're constantly losing that desire, and certain things we're just completely dead to. There's things that we used to do every day, all day, that we become dead to, and now, all right, as we especially have developed this ruling class, as we're developing this ruling class mentality as men, okay, there's nothing, okay, that this place can offer us, man, because anything that Esau offers in this society, it's going to be from a position of a slave, like he's going to present you something, all right, and you're still going to be classified as a slave, okay? You're still not gonna have any real power. Okay, you might get certain privileges, but they'll just be slave privileges, man. Okay, in this society, uh, 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 the Israelite man, all right, really you can't even be a man. Okay, here it is. You can be an Israelite that's a billionaire, but you still subjugated to deal with one woman. Okay, and this one woman really hates your ass. All right, because hey, as things have seen, as we seen, okay, that there's no amount of money or popularity that Jay can have, all right, and he's still not subjugated to the curses, okay, of the woman being a harlot, okay, wife being a harlot, you know. So this is a defiled kingdom, you know, and the only thing it has to offer is defilement, and each generation gets worse, you know. Like there it's to the point to where we're not even compatible with this society anymore. You know, I can't have no conversation with no goddamn modern woman. Okay, especially a young modern woman. They be pushing that. Oh, hide your daughter from GMS. You gotta hide them motherfuckers from us. We hide from them. We hide our goddamn self. Okay, you don't have to hide no motherfucker from us. Okay, is you crazy? You see, you can't give evil away. You see, this is over. You know, and like I say, that desire, you know, for the things of this world, okay, is constantly diminishing, man. All right, and our affections on things above, man. Like, nah, man, we want the states, and you know, we want, all right, women who are born and raised just for us, man. You know, we want children, okay, there's born, all right, there's highborn, okay, there's born into privilege, okay, not this chaos, man, where you got to send your child off to the public school and you know they come back, you got to kind of deprogram them every day, you know, what you learn today, well that ain't right, well let me tell you the real, you know, oh man, this ain't it. Okay, this ain't it, man. So we're dead to the matrix, man. You know, we're fully unplugged, and that's making us alive in YAHAWASHI, man. You know, we want to see the earth going back to its strength. Okay, we want to see YAHAWASHI establish the throne of David, man. You know, we want to see our forefathers of old get their rewards, you know, for their faithfulness over the years, man. You know, those men that was prophets and tormented and ridiculed and persecuted, you know, we want to see those men get those rewards, man. You know, let's go from here. Uh, uh, let's get Colossians 3:3. It says, "For you are dead, and your life is hid with Yahushua and Hamashiach." Yeah, so that's why, like, you look at a lot of the brothers, like, we be on the scene, but it's like we not even there. You know, like brothers got these little jobs or, you know, whatever brothers into, man. But it's like we in this world, but it's almost like we not even here. You know? It's like we really hid. You see? Because one thing about as you come into this ruling class mentality, see, that's a slave mindset to want attention, to want to be seen, to want to be popular with no power. You know, that's a slave mindset. Okay? You know, your whole thing, you know, is about gimmicks and you want to be seen, okay? Because you look at the people who really got it, we don't know their names. Cause you think about it, all these niggas with a little bit of money, okay, are constantly, you know, on Instagram and all this shit, okay? But the people that got true power in the world, we don't know those people. But guess what? You're subjugated, okay, to their power and their authority. Okay? Your life, okay, is centered around their decision making. Okay, so at the end of the day, all right, when you think about, you know, a trait of nobility, those people, okay, are not thirsty, for attention. Okay, and pretty much we in a position to where really, you really just do enough to get your daily bread, maybe a few wants, try to put a little something back if you can. But other than that, man, like we be in and out. As Apostle Paul say, use this world, don't abuse this world. Okay? Now verse 4, it says, when YAHAWASHI, who is our life, this becomes our life. You know? This becomes our life, man. Like this really has to become who we are and what we are, man. More and more. You see? And like I say, we got an eternity to make up for this one trash life, man. Okay? And people try to make you feel guilty, like you cold-hearted, like like you in the wrong. Man, damn that. Okay? Because one thing as men, especially as men, okay, nobody sees the vision like the men of Yahushua. Nobody is meant to get it. And we the only one that need to see it. And we have to act accordingly, man. You know? No one is gonna take this as serious as we're gonna take this, man. Okay? Our family, they don't, the majority of our family, they don't look at what we do as anything of importance. But we know this is everything, man. Okay? So they try to make light of it. People try to make it seem like, we doing too much. But the scripture say you can never go far enough. Okay? The scripture say, no matter what you do, you can never go far enough, because the reward that we're going to get for this is going to far outweigh anything we put into it. Okay? So it's like, this is just a show of appreciation for the reward, because there's no way that we can work and deserve an eternal reward. It's impossible. You can't, because the only way to, like, you work 40 hours and you get paid a certain amount of money, and whatever money, okay, you get $20 an hour, okay, you work 40 hours, okay, so you check 800 before taxes, they take the taxes out, okay, you got what you left over. Well, you just being compensated for those 40 hours, okay, but here it is, let's say you've been in the truth, 4 years, okay, before your Howard shot come back. You see, but you get an eternal reward. Like that don't, you can't, that 4 years don't even register. Okay, but within that 4 years, you show faith and you appreciate the reward that's coming. So there's no way, all right, that we can earn what Yahweh Shai is coming back with. you know what we're doing is showing appreciation. Like, man, the hell, we sacrifice. We become dead to this shit, man. Dead, more and more dead to this world and alive in your house shop, man. you know? Because at this point, what else matters? Okay? Because guess what? We're finna be betrayed. When the grid go off, it's gonna be a lot of surprises, man. It's gonna be a lot of faking and shaking that's gonna be exposed, man. And you see how Yahweh Shai can make one move, all right, as he shook the tree with this whole affiliate thing, and it's like, damn, that's how we feeling out here, So how much more when this grid shut down, man? So at the end of the day, the only sure thing we can invest in is Yahweh Shai. Everything else is questionable. Everyone else is questionable, man. The only sure thing, that's why in the time of trouble, Yahweh Shai is likened unto that rock. And that's what we got to build on, is that rock of Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So let's finish this. It says, Colossians 3 and 4, it says, when Yahweh Shai, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Okay, we're going to be changed at the twinkling of an eye. Okay, and the world is going to see that. They're going to see that change in us being delivered. You see, they're going to see that great promotion right before they're destroyed. The perfect ending to the movie. Okay, which is really the beginning. Okay, for us. Okay, so as we're being delivered, all right, and this world is being destroyed, that's us appearing with YAHAWASHI in glory. Okay, being changed. All right, as this whole age, and everything in it is gonna be destroyed. Okay, all this shit finna end, man. Okay, and we really gotta consider that. Like, ain't gonna be no street niggas in the kingdom, man. Okay, black culture, bad bitches, you know, the NBA, the NFL. That's not going to exist. Okay, $100 bill. That's not. These are concepts that are going to pass away with this world. And the scriptures say the fashion of this world passeth away. These are concepts that's going to completely pass away with this world. Okay, net worth. Niggas go all out to try to have this big net worth so niggas can Google them and look at it. Vain as hell, man. Vain as hell. Okay, that's not going to exist. All right, in our kingdom, man. Okay, but what's going to transfer to the next kingdom is these spirits in those new bodies and the legacy that we've been able to build. Like, this grace period was for us to build legacy, brothers, because each brother is going to represent the house, man. There's going to be a story behind each brother's house. When brothers speak about, all right, Tazamak, it's gonna be a story tied to Tazamak, man. Okay, and how he got there. You see, because the first thing, like, if you was able to meet someone wealthy, okay, what do you want to hear about? You want to hear about the journey, how you get here, like how when you meet someone of high status, okay, you immediately are intrigued with, okay, how did you get here? And it's a story behind that, man. Okay, so there's going to be uh, a story, okay, behind the brother Damawatio, man. Okay, GMS in his likeness. There's going to be a story that's tied to how he got that throne, man. All right, there's going to be a story to the brother Bayan Yasha'Allah, man. Abaratazah, we make it, but there's going to be a story tied to you brothers, man. Okay, and it's going to be a incorruptible legacy. All right, because you're not going you're not, all right, going to like in this kingdom, Esau let niggas get rich, and then when he get through with niggas, what did he do? He exposed them and showed them the filth that he did, to get those riches. Nah, man, our legacy is gonna be incorruptible. Ain't gonna be no scandals, man. It's just gonna be on solid truth. It's gonna be based on righteousness, man. So this grace period was our opportunity as men to build a legacy, man, that's gonna be attached to our houses forever, man, eternal. Okay, so, and we start to think like that, man. It's like, man, you start to reevaluate, okay, what's important. Like, it's some roads that ain't even worth going down. Like, you pretty just let this world have it. It's certain little petty things that you can kind of you want to say something, and like, man, it is what it is, man. Shit, fuck it, it'll work itself out. And that's another thing, that I'm learning, with this ministry, is that YAHAWASHI, in due time, stuff do just play itself out. Like, stuff do just, hey, the Lord have it to where, these things really play themselves out. Like, the Lord will make certain moves, the Lord will make certain moves, and things will be handled. Like, and that's a thing of patience too, because we can jump the gun on certain situations and create problems that really shouldn't even be a problem. Like, nah, we should have just been patient, and waited it out. And the Lord already got it handled, man. Because the Lord got everybody checkmate. If something ain't right, if somebody ain't right, the Lord already got that figured into the algorithm. you know? Somebody think they getting over, or, you know. No, the Lord already got all that figured into the algorithm, man. And YAHAWASHI set it up to where all we gotta do is focus on our lot. Focus on our office. Each brother, y'all got y'all office, man. We all got our office, and YAHAWASHI set it up to where that's all we have to concentrate on. See, that's good leadership is when they're able to create an environment where their servants flourish, even with a husband and a wife, as a husband, like one of your duties is to create an environment, you know, where the woman can flourish in her role. So Yahweh he has created an environment where we can flourish in our role. That's why he got brothers around each other, in these camps. Okay, you got, the organization and the order that starts from the top, the elder apostles, on down to the least brother. All right, it's convenient, to do these lessons and research, so Howard Shai has provided the resources we needed to fulfill our lot, man. And what Satan wants to do is throw all these distractions in the mix, to where you just always distracted and frustrated with vanity, man, with things that really don't matter, you know. And that's why lately, man, before I react to anything, I really have to ask myself, does this even matter? Is this even worth a conversation? Is this even worth addressing? Like what's gonna be the outcome? Like, what am I gonna create an unnecessary problem? And I evaluate like that, and then either I address it or just keep it moving. And then most of the time I find myself keeping it moving, because it's certain things you gotta address. But a lot of things, man, just keep it moving, man. You know. So let's see. Let's get this here. I think that's in is that 2 Timothy 2? Yeah, I ended here, 2 Timothy 2:11. It says, "It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him," man. So just as Yahweh Shai, when he lived, he was dead to this world. Okay, they wanted to make him king. He dipped out. Okay, he would do miracles and pretty much tell them, look, don't just go tell it. Don't go telling everybody, man. Because he wasn't there, all right, for clout. You see, that ain't what he was there for, man. He was there on the mission. Okay, and that mission had him dead to the age that he lived in. Okay, and as we, all right, have been activated on our mission, we become dead. Just as Yahweh Shai was, so we can live with him. Which means, guess what? The lifestyle, all right, uh, Yahweh Shai is gonna have in the kingdom. He's gonna put us on that level, man. Okay, of course, Yahweh Shai is gonna, always be, you know, levels and levels above. Okay, but he's gonna put us up there where he's at, man. you know, and as we really begin to ponder that promise, man, and really believe in that, man, like, you become dead because it don't compare. You become dead to it, man. You really become dead to it, man. Just like you brothers that been drinking for a while, man. They can give you they couldn't give you a lifetime supply of taco vodka. You know, they couldn't give you a lifetime supply of Mad Dog 2020. Hell no, because we done had way better. Okay, like, we know what it is, so like that we dead to, you know, you become dead to certain things once you done experience better. And with Yahawashi, it's like we done experienced the elite level, just by reading and, believing and being in the spirit and doing these lessons and being around brothers to where, nah, man, this world ain't got nothing to offer us, man. You know, to the point to where you become dead, But and Yahawashi said we're gonna live with him, man. you know, we're gonna partake in life for real. He gonna put us on. Yahawashi gonna put his brethren on, man. You know, because guess what? All the men of Israel, we're his little brothers. Okay? He's the firstborn. You see? And he was granted an inheritance from the Father, and he's gonna divide that inheritance amongst his brethren, man. Okay? This is verse 11. It says, "It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we also shall live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us," man. And we're suffering to reign, okay? We're being dead in this world to live, all right, eternal. We're being temporarily dead to live eternal. Just like Yahawashi. He died temporarily, okay, and he was raised up immortal, okay? So we're going through that process, man, of being temporarily dead so we can be raised up immortal, okay? And we don't want to deny him by what, man? Being too occupied in our own thing, you know? Because one of the things that's vexing as a man is when, you need, you know, you need your wife's services, okay? And whatever it is, and she out of pocket. You're like, damn, like you feel some type of way, you know? Like your wife is out of pocket. You're like, damn, and say like, how about Shema Shai, the dynamic of a husband and a wife, like that's a teaching tool within itself. And that's why how Shai make these analogies of comparing uh, Israel like into a woman, you know? It compares the relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai and Israel as a marriage, because as a woman, you should see how to serve your husband by how that man is dedicated to Yahweh Shai, you know? Like that should show you, that should be a living example and a dedication of dedication on how you should be, okay? The submissiveness, the committed, the dedication. That's an example. And then on the flip side, like, when your wife is around but she's not learning you, you feel some type of way. Just like a brother that's around but's not really growing in your Yahawashi, your Yahawashi feels some type of way. Okay? Or when your Yahawashi needs you to do something and you're always out of pocket, you know, you should feel, and the same way we feel, if our woman was out of pocket all the time, you like, damn, you know? That's how Yahawashi would feel if we was out of pocket all the time. We wasn't accessible, all right? We didn't have a lot of availability for him because we was always doing our own thing, okay? Here it is, you starving, and your wife at your homegirl house. You're like, God damn, she at her homegirl house, man, you know? You see? And it just, throw some examples out there, man, but not to say that, she can't never go nowhere or nothing, but just throwing out examples, like how was Shy to show us how he feel by causing things to happen, in our situation. You be like, damn, you be cut, and you make the adjustment, So yeah, that's the point. Lord will, you brothers, all right, and you sisters, will edify. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, soon, the Bible, soon, Shalom.